Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about the Broken Hearts Gallery. We're going to go over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros, well, it's the only movie coming out this weekend. It doesn't have too much to worry about, when it comes to competition because New Mutants and Unhinged have been played out at this point, and I highly doubt the audience for Tenet and the audience for Broken Hearts Gallery are going to intertwine with one another. I think they're just going to be completely separate. So it doesn't have to deal with any direct competition. So that's pro number one. Pro number two is I don't know. I'm trying to think real hard. I mean, it's romance. People like a good romance movie, although in recent years, romance movies haven't done the greatest. But, there are times where one will do better than others for various reasons. And will this be one of those? I doubt it. But you never know. You never know. Nobody expected Crazy Rich Asians to do as well as it did. So, mm, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, Another pro is that it doesn't have any competition for a long time, I guess. Because the rest of September is just dead. October is a bit better. It's a bit more content, although a certain movie might be moving out of October. I'll explain that when we get to the end of the video. But yeah, Broken Hearts Gallery doesn't have anything to worry about competition wise for a long time. So, yeah. And I guess the final pro is that this movie's obviously aimed more towards teens, young adults. This is the type of audience who really don't care all that much, or they're less cautious about movie theaters and the pandemic and whatnot. Like they're willing to do it. They're willing to go out. So yeah. Okay, cons. This movie has zero star power. I have no idea who any of these people are in the movie. I mean, I could try to figure it out. Sure. Oh God. Dacre Montgomery, Geraldine. What is that? What type of name is that? I cannot pronounce that to save my life. Yeah, I don't know these people. They're probably in some, I don't know, some TV show or something, like some streaming show or something that I've never watched in my life. So maybe they're from there. Like I don't. You could put a gun to my head, and be like, name these two actors. I would be like, pull the trigger, because I don't know. So I don't know if they're popular, but for me, I don't know who they are, so I don't think they're gonna help the movie out all that much. So yeah, that's a con. Lack of star power. Another con is that, I mean, romance movies. It's been a bit of a long time since we've seen a real successful romance movie, other than Crazy Rich Asians, which I've already said. I think the last one that comes to mind, what was it? The Photograph, way back in February. God, that was a long time ago. That didn't do all that good, and that came out on Valentine's Day, the most ideal time for a romance movie, and it still did bad. I think before then there was Last Christmas. That was Christmas themed, and nobody saw that either. So, I can't think. I mean, when it comes to romance, it's usually there has to be, I don't know, some supernatural element to it, like Twilight, for instance, or something that really, really appeals to your core audience of teens and young adults, like The Fault in Our Stars. That's a huge one. But yeah, it's been a very long time since there's been a big romance movie. So yeah, that's a problem. So the genre is kind of dead now. Third con is that does this really need to be in theaters? Like, think about it. Does this look like a theatrical experience? Tenet, yeah, that looks and sounds theatrical. This could have been on any streaming platform. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and nobody would have cared. Well, I mean, I don't know about Netflix because everybody's been talking about a certain movie that's gotten a lot of criticism that I'm not going to say. I'm pretty sure you know what that is if you've been paying attention to the last few weeks. But yeah, this doesn't feel like a theatrical movie. This feels like a streaming movie, if you ask me. And like the fact that this got a theatrical release and like what I'm trying to think what else. What was it? The King of Staten Island. That went to PVOD. Like, what makes that any different than this? When you really think about it, like they're both low mid budget movies, and they don't scream theatrical at all. It's not like you're gonna go be like, I'm gonna pay $10, $15 to see that, when you literally could watch it cheaper at home. So yeah, yeah, definitely a con is that this doesn't look theatrical in the slightest. Another con is that the story looks kind of bland. Let me read you the synopsis, or you can read it yourself, but I'm gonna read it. What if you saved a souvenir from every relationship you've ever been in? Lucy, a 20 something art gallery assistant living in New York City, who also happens to be an emotional hoarder, after she gets dumped by her latest boyfriend, Lucy is inspired to create the Broken Hearts Gallery, a pop up space for the items love has left behind. Word of the gallery spreads, encouraging a movement and a fresh start for all the romantics out there, including Lucy herself. Wow. How thrilling. Just again, this doesn't scream put it in theaters. Like, it really doesn't. Like, this plot is just so bland. There's nothing exciting about it. There's nothing, you know, special about it. It's just it just makes this movie feel more like a non-event. Uh Trying to think of one more con. I don't know if there are any reviews. I haven't checked. They're probably mixed because that's what usually happens with romance movies. They don't get the best responses, but audiences tend to be more forgiving towards them. So even if the movie is bad, like Twilight, uh, that's it. That's all I can think of. So prediction time, opening weekend. Predicting opening weekends is going to be so hard for at least a couple months because, again, we're still early on in the reopening process for theaters. It's only been 4 weeks. And there's only been, what, one, two, three main movies that have been out, since then. So it's kind of hard to judge the whole market based off three movies. I mean, Tenet's by far the best performing one, but even then, it's not the greatest. So for Broken Hearts Gallery, I think it'll have an opening on par with, say, Unhinged. Just I think in something with a four, like a 4 million opening, 3 to 4 million, I think is realistic. And yeah, overall, probably it might reach 10, maybe, but we'll see. And that's it. Yeah, I know, not exciting. I'm sorry, but don't blame me for the unexciting movies. Blame COVID for screwing everything up because if things went the way they were supposed to, I would have talked about more interesting stuff. I probably would have talked about what was it? Conjuring 3 this weekend if this pandemic never happened. but I'm stuck doing the Broken Hearts Gallery, which is just dandy. So after that, what else do I have? There's Infidel. Okay. There's Greenland. Wonder Woman. Okay. I don't think Wonder Woman is going to stay at on its October 2nd release date because I've been hearing rumblings that Warner Brothers is considering moving Wonder Woman out of that date and moving it more towards November, December, which means Dune, which just had a trailer. And thing about the Dune trailers, at the end of it, it doesn't show a release date. It only shows only in theaters, which means that Warner Brothers, they know something might happen, and so they put only in theaters. That way, people won't be expecting a release date because they think something will happen to it and it'll get pushed back too. That's what people are apparently saying. Like, if Wonder Woman moves, Doom's gonna move too. So that might mean canceled Part 17, but we won't know until it happens. But there's a decent chance it will happen. So don't expect a Wonder Woman 1984 video October 2nd. Like, don't. I wouldn't expect it personally. I'd be surprised if it stayed there. What else is there? Honest Thief, Werewolf Grandpa, Candyman. I don't think Connected is gonna stay because the family movie. That's like this is the worst time for a family movie to come out. I think they're gonna push that back. Death on the Nile, Fatale, Black Widow. Freaky just got put on the schedule like today. So I think that can survive. Black Widow, it might pull Mulan, but considering all the bad publicity behind Mulan, maybe they shouldn't. Mulan. God, what a train wreck. What else? No Time to Die, Soul. Some people think Soul might go to Disney Plus too, get the Mulan treatment. Maybe. What else? Free Guy, Coming to America 2, Dune, which might not stay on that release date. West Side Story, Cruise to News of the World. Yeah, so things aren't exactly. Again, things are very uncertain now. They're going to be uncertain for a very long time. So I guess next time you can expect Infidel, you can expect Greenland. I highly doubt they're going to move at the last second. So yeah. Anywho, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share, whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this, I got a playlist on the homepage for 2020 box office predictions for the whole year. From January, February, March, August, and September. All the wide releases that came out. Uh, yeah, that's it. All right, I am out. Goodbye.